high level. What are both of your strategies for taking profits in a bull run? Okay, Bill, do you want to go first?
Yes. Okay, so strategy number one is you want to look for the best sentiment indicators you can find. A lot of times that's qualitative. You know, Elon Musk's sort of tweet on Bitcoin that was sort of like, not in good taste. I think that was the high, like in the alt space, ironically. So watch out for extreme emotion. And then the other thing I like to use is, when something hits a major Gann point, like when I draw these diagonal lines, if something moons and it hits one of these points, that's when I tend to say time to get out.
All right. First of all, thank you to everybody who's smashing the like buttons. If you enjoyed the Santa outfits, if you're having a great Christmas, if you're having a great happy holidays, be sure to smash the like button and subscribe. Bill, could you unshare your screen? I think. Okay. All right. Then, so in terms of taking profits, this depends on you, but there are two strategies. So the strategy I like to do is I like to have things in the real world I'm trying to invest and make money for. So for example, it could be paying off your debt, whether it's a mortgage, student loans, what have you, or it could be buying a home, right? So as you're making money in crypto, you cash out and you allocate profits in a different account. It could be a new hardware wallet with just stablecoins, or it could just be a bank account, but somewhere where you're not going to be tempted to touch that money and trade it. And that money is just for that thing you're saving up for, right? If it's buying a house, let's say you want to buy a house for $500,000, as you make money in crypto, you cash out and put that money aside, and eventually you buy a house, right? So having that tangible goal reminds you to take profits because you got to buy that house. But if you have no tangible goal, you just keep on gambling that money and you'll end up losing all of it, right? Then the other strategy, which kind of goes hand in hand with this, is have specific profit targets for every investment you get into. Kind of like with every trade, right? Know your exit and your entry. So same thing with investing. You should know when is a good time to take a lot of the profits and when is a good time to pick up your ball and go home. Okay? Because for example, with me with Helium, I'm very bullish on it long term, but I still have a mental target of, okay, I think Helium can get to top 20, top 30 market cap. Right now, it's been like between 100 and 120. So once it gets to top 20, top 30, I'll have no issues selling like 80% of my Helium and going home and going on to the next project because it's hit my target. Now, I'll probably keep some for the long term, but I'll have no issues taking more than half of the profits off the table. But then also with those early products you're investing in, you definitely want to take out your initial investment at least. So for example, if you put in money, let's say you put in $1,000 into a project, it does a 5X. You want to take out at least your initial investment, and the rest is just house money, just free money. And then you want to take money as it's going up, right? So it could be, in the past, I've done basically taking about 20% after every 3 to 5X. So let's say after every 5X, right? So it does a 5X, you take out your initial, maybe plus an additional. Then it does a 10X, you take out 20%. It does a 20X, you take out more. So that's the approach I would do. Then when it starts crashing, you also take some money off the table, right? So best example I have is Icon back in 2018, which did 100X. So I put in 20,000, turned that to 2 million in basically 4 months. But I sold all the way up. I took out my initial. I think I took out 3X my initial because when it launched, it was like a 20X. So I took out 3 times my initial, which was basically like 60 grand or so. Then, because ICO price was, private sale price was about 12 cents. So when it launched, it was like $2 something, and sold a ton there, and went all the way up to $12. So I was basically selling about 20% on the way up, then also on the way down. Then after a while, when it came back from $12 all the way down to $2.30 something, I was like, you know what? Let me get out, because I kind of saw that the music was over. So I sold everything. Sometimes you have to do that because sometimes that's where you get out. And not everyone will understand why you're getting out, because maybe the opportunity cost of staying around, right? Because I know when I got out at 2:30, people on social media were like, "Oh, Ian's I'll counter trade Ian." And that was basically the meme. Counter trade Ian. Ian sold the bottom, but I mean, last time I checked, Icon went all the way back to ICO price, back to 12 cents. So if anything, I was right, and that was the time to get out. But I mean, it's crypto, right? Crypto, you make 100x and come back down to zero real quick. So you have to take profits on the way up and the way down, and know when to pick up the ball and go home and say the party's over. All right, so tell us what you think. What would you do? Let me check the comment and see how we're doing here. My strategies are take profit on the way up and clean out on the way down. Absolutely. Million says facts. Okay, thank you. Okay. Alan says, I haven't made any money in crypto yet. All right, well, I mean, think long term, right? If you're here, you're going to make that money, right? I mean, just with Bitcoin, Ethereum, because people are losing purchasing power with fiat. I mean, that's why Marcus Seller, I know these big companies are getting into Bitcoin. They're putting Bitcoin on their balance sheet because they're losing money just holding the dollar. So this is eventually going to happen, right? So all I can say is, if you follow us, our crypto family, our community, use Token Metrics, use that 25% off coupon code, 12 days of TM, you'll get there. Think long term. All right. All right. So let us know what you think, and be sure to smash the like buttons if you're enjoying the stream.